Welcome back to the Dragon Wall campaign, everyone. Uh, Thank you so much for joining us, and I'm gonna just start with a little, some probably for most of you, this is like a little recap. Um, just some stuff to give some context in case I left things out for certain people and whatnot. But so about about a month ago, up to this point, four of you had Um, well, one of you had been in the city. A couple of you had been in the city for a while, but about a month ago ish, maybe. Yeah, that's about right. Um, so four of our characters here. This would be Bertold, Gaius, Gale, and Bellerophon. You four have kind of been in connection with one another for about a month now. Um, Kind of getting to know each other a little bit and like seeing what exploring the city and whatnot, and basically getting you know trained up, so to speak, to so that work know how to work together and all that stuff, to be sent basically out as a task force to do certain things. About 3 days ago, um Nyla Dren arrived in the city, um and kind of basically got a notification of, hey, we thought this was going to be, you're going to be in the city longer, but we're putting together this task force and you're being assigned to it as part of the duties that Nyla was sent up to do. Um, and yesterday, here in the capital, the Elven Emperor and a bunch of his military and officials showed up at the Dragon Wall, and basically wanted to talk with the Dragon Priests about a very pressing issue and things of that nature. Um, so those are some events. I want to give a little bit of context for um, the city and other things that I don't think I mentioned to everyone, but I figured I'll just give a brief recap for the purpose of narration here. At one point or another, either when you first got to the city or at some point during this training to be put on this task force, you all would have had an audience with Ryu, either together or individually in some manner. Basically, for Ryu to kind of um, just kind of see who you were. Um, and I'll give a brief description. So, Ryu is basically, uh, most people consider a divine being. He is basically like a big Chinese style dragon. And as you would come into the chamber, there's this big pillar that he kind of wraps himself up around. And you can see that the pillar goes down and up, and it almost has like an effect where it looks like it just goes as far as you can see in either direction, and he is just coiled around it. Um, but his scales are like prismatic, I guess is the best way to put it, but they are like uh, um, they they shimmer with different colors of light, and they're somehow like prismatic and metallic and all of these things put together. Um, So that is an interesting thing. Another couple of things you all probably would have been to or shown at some point. Um, so some major things in the area that you probably will be is on the map here. To the right side of the Crystal Palace, there is a Varric's workshop. Who Varric is an inventor who creates all kinds of crazy things. He's a little crazy himself and has been working on things to help the Defender City fend off against the demons, and has also made most of you, or quite a few of you, some things to help you on things. He is a tinkerer and loves to invent things and work on stuff. The other thing you probably would have been shown is you all at some point would have been taken up to the wall so you could see the blight in its not glory, but whatever the opposite of that is, horror, in all of its horror. But as you were basically brought up to the wall, you can see that there's just this endless, like, horrorscape of like fungus and like purple like rot, and you can just kind of see like out in the distance like droves of like demons and other unsavory things just kind of out there in the wastes, and occasionally they will come and smash against the wall, and basically there are people here stationed at the wall that all they do all day is go up to the wall and then just, cast spells or man like the uh ballistas, things like that, other siege weaponry, and just constantly beat off the stuff from the wall. There are these new panels that Varric has installed at different parts on the wall that he is trying to convince people, hey, these are good, we need to make more of these, that they will absorb like necrotic and demonic energy, and they can siphon that and basically turn it into energy to be used in the city or to power the siege weaponry, stuff like that. That is a whole thing. There is, for those of you who have been in the city for a little bit, there is a group that is very anti, like, they think what Varric is doing is, like, not good. Because it's a coincidental thing where some people suspect that once, right around when Varric started making these things and that, Ryu, who is usually fairly reclusive, has become more reclusive, and they are kind of, like, accusing what they consider him to have, like, they've heard rumors that Ryu has started to gain some poor health, which is like really shocking to them because as far as most of the people consider, Ryu is immortal. So how can he have, become ill? But other people are also like, well, he's also centuries old. So, that's things like that. So you would have been basically to see that, and then also in one of the big barracks, you would have been all given kind of like a, I guess whatever the equivalent of like a penthouse suite would be in like one of these top like tower things, but it's basically like you have a little common area, and then there are 6 rooms that go off from the common area, and then down the hallway there is like facilities. So there's like a latrine and things like that, and there are these new top of the line inventions known as showers that are incredible.
What do you use those for? I'm confused.
It's like taking a bath standing up. It is
Taking a what?
revelation.
They don't drown you.
Why
Yes.
would anyone do that?
Right. It is. Yes. It is.
Good
It's
knows.
it's very like jarring of like a weird like it is, but it's a thing that they did. It's a thing within invention and yeah. But so there's a common space. So four of you have been kind of sharing this common space for about a month, and you each have your own room, and there's been two unoccupied rooms. So about 3 days ago, while all of you were out. Um, at some point, you guys were out and came back and realized, oh, one of these other rooms has been claimed. Um, so, and then at some point, I assume, you would all meet before the meeting that you were supposed to have, to go over like the what you're supposed to be doing with your missions and all those things. So, why don't we just have everybody give a brief description of their character, and then we'll do a little RP thing, and then jump into the debriefing here. And yeah, so whoever wants to start, feel free to start, and we'll just popcorn it until you guys are described yourselves.
I am the JN82 Bellerophon. I'm made out of metal. I'm just kind of doing whatever people tell me to do. I haven't figured out if I'm considered people in this society yet.
Were you people in your previous society?
Not really, no.
Noted.
Noted. All right.
Okay, you go first.
I will go next. Most of the players know who Bertold is. Bertold is a returning character, who has had a tragic accident that has caused him to change courses from being a rogue into being a wizard. So he now gets around in a spider wheelchair, and is doing much more magical things and much less of the sneaking around, casting or picking locks and doing subterfuge.
My character's name is Gale. He is a tabaxi. Basically, he's a furry. I mean, what? I'm picturing him as a void head because I have one sitting right next to me. So, like, all black fur and probably some sort of like ceremonial robes. Actually, no. He was a captain, a merchant captain. So he's got like fancy, sort of. I mean, basically picture like a well-dressed merchant, except he's a cat. Don't worry about it.
So Khajiit has wares, is what I'm hearing.
No skooma.
As in you're opposed to it, or as in you're out right now?
I am not dealing in skooma. I am dealing in legal goods because there are already enough. It's one of those like only break one law at a time things. I'm already breaking the law in magic, so I wasn't smuggling illegal drugs on top of that.
Fair.
But now that magic is slightly more legal, maybe we can negotiate.
Yeah, I'm playing Gaius, the human ranger who used to be a member of the Inquisition that hunted mages, and after Black Veil went to war with Borealis, he spoke out against it and said that he thought it was a very dumb idea for Blackville to go to war while they are already being invaded from the south by orcs. And he was discharged. So he has second thoughts about magic and its users, and now he's just trying to find a way to serve in a new way, I guess. That's all.
Are we meeting my character now or later? Since I don't know.
Yes. We will meet your character now. So if you want to describe your character, then we'll jump into a thing.
Cool. Yeah, so I am playing Nyla, short for Nyla Dren. I'm a drow, fairly tall and well built, but not like hulking. She's young by drow standards, which means older than all of you punks. And is a is a member of the drow sort of special forces up here on the surface, helping to join the fight against the demons on the surface side of things. And usually, maybe if we've been around each other for a few days now, you might have seen her in normal clothes like once or twice, but usually she is in full plate armor, made out of a giant scorpion's corpse. Like 90% of the time, she's in that armor.
Mm-hmm.
Fancy.
Right. So I wanted to do a little thing of just so that you can all kind of get introduced like in character, because I thought it'd be fun to start with a little thing like that. So let's say that so the four of you are coming back from doing like a training exercise or whatever. Like say it's like the last training thing you guys were doing before you have your like in 2 or 3 days you have your meeting for your debrief. So we'll say so everyone sans Nyla you're coming back to your common space, and as you guys kind of walk in, you notice there's another person in this room, and that is
Is it
Nyla.
Derek?
Because no,
Crisis averted.
so
Please.
so why don't we just start with that of you guys coming in and seeing, oh hey, there's another person here now. Also, Nyla, did you stable your steed, or did you use the sixth room as
I've decided that Nigel is living in the sixth room. He has a name
Excellent.
now.
Okay. So as you guys come in, you see, oh, there's a person here, and then you probably may also hear like a rustling in the sixth room of some variety.
Maybe the sound of like claws on stone a little bit, scrabbling.
And who are you?
Oh.
I am
she'll-
JN82 Bellerophon.
She'll stand up. You'll head to the room and nod at you and go, "It's an honor to meet you, JN82 Bellerophon. My name is Nyla. Nyla Dren, but you can call me Nyla. And I presume, given that you've just waltzed into my shared quarters, that you are my future comrades that I'm to join."
Our shared quarters, comrade.
Bertold will trail in his spider chair and be like, "Ah, nice to meet you."
What system
No-
of government are we in?
First to Bertold, "It's nice to finally meet you as well. I've heard tell of some of your exploits." And then turn to JN82 Bellerophon and say, JN82 Bellerophon, we Drow exist under a monarchy, though it's a relatively egalitarian society. Defender City, I believe, is led primarily by Ryu and his dragon priest, though perhaps some of you could enlighten me as to more details about surface government.
Does this count as a theocracy? I don't actually know.
Technically, yes. It's like Ryu is like gets the last say, but the dragon priests are like his council.
Yeah.
I think you could, because normally a theocracy you don't have God sitting.
Yeah.
in state.
I mean, usually you just have someone who pretends that they talk to God, so actually having people
Yeah.
that do talk to God is kind of a nice touch.
Yeah. I feel like Bertold would be the most familiar with that. And he would be familiar with all of the, at least the cursory, like, what each nation ostensibly is. So, this one is a theocracy wherein the deity of worship is physically present. There is another surface nation, or two. I believe the Elven Kingdom is a monarchy. Borealis is also a monarchy, and Sam, what are the other two?
So, Black Veil is a monarchy.
I'm pretty sure
all of
these
the
are all monarchies.
all of the human nations are monarchies. The Elven Kingdom
Maybe the orcs
is
aren't.
the Elven Kingdom is the High Elves they have an emperor, so like
It's a
Japan
monarchy.
monarchy.
A monarchy with extra
The-
vassal states.
yes. No one like, unless you ask a halfling, no one probably really knows what the halflings are all about. They're just kind of up there in their valley north of the mountains that they don't bother anyone and nobody bothers them.
And honestly, good for them.
The wood elves are also a monarchy. The orcs are the Huns. So it's basically a bunch of roving bands of like a bunch
they're
of
nomadic.
yeah,
people.
yeah. Well, they're a
Mhm.
nomadic people. Let's see.
The Tabaxi are honestly basically a nomadic people, but on the ocean.
Yes, yeah. They're wet nomads.
Don't like that
And-
phrase.
Okay, they're moist nomads.
Oh, much better. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
There are like pockets of like so the and then in the mountains there are the dwarves are much more like honestly the dwarves might be much more like democratic, but the dwarves are like made up of clans and each clan kind of has their own leader. And a lot of the dwarves just they're mostly into like mercantile and like just building stuff. And they
So more
usually
like
just
a-
yeah
oh, sorry.
yeah they just kind of just like meld into whichever society they are currently working with, and they're just like, yeah, we'll honor whatever you have in place and we'll just do our work and leave for
Okay.
however long we're here.
Okay, so Bertold, we'll just say Bertold gave a numbered summary of that to
Sure.
Bellerophon. Of-
Nyla was jotting down some notes in a book when you came in and has picked up the book and is intensely looking at you as she writes this down.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Any
Yeah.
other like races like gnomes and like goblins are just kind of like exist, but they're just kind of like, like goblins be goblins.
Damn, we let goblins exist. I mean, what?
The fuck?
There's not a lot.
Ryan,
there's
you
not a
can't say
lot.
that. It's
But
No, there's a whole
2025.
TV show about killing all of them. Anime.
goblins will kind of just like squirrel their way into wherever they can like survive. And gnomes are fairly similar. They'll just kind of like be places and that, but there's not a ton of gnomes in general. So yeah.
When you
Continue.
finish explaining all of that, she'll go. "Mhm, mhm." And can you explain the web of alliances between all of these nations?
Uh,
Sorry, we probably don't have time. Sorry.
I think I can explain that later, but I don't know that
Please.
everyone's interested in that.
Well, it seems practical, but fair enough.
Yes, I would agree. But you know,
Well, regardless, I have two of your names, but the others.
I am Gale of the Purple Orca clan. Well, up until recently, I was a merchant, and things have gone a little bit sideways since then. I am now on a new quest from my god to find his runaway daughter.
Your god, and who do you worship?
We worship Triton, the sea god.
Ah, yes, of course. And is that a universally shared belief amongst all Tabaxi, or just majority?
I haven't met a Tabaxi that was willing to risk it on the ocean, open ocean, without blessings from Triton, so I think it's pretty much universal.
Makes sense. Seems practical. Thank you.
I don't know what these humans are doing with their ships. I think they're all crazy.
Well, I personally think you're all crazy for being on the ocean in the first place, but
yeah.
How old is your daughter?
The last time I was at the ocean, we had the assistance of Triton's daughter. So, you
This
know,
sounds connected.
yes.
Yeah. She hasn't
So
been
how-
seen
how
since
old-
then. She's wandered
how
off
old is
on
the
some
daughter?
sort of adventure. I don't know. She's an adult.
Yes,
Is it running
It's-
away if you're an adult?
it's rude to ask someone's age like that.
Look,
but
Valerathon, if your god tells you, go find my daughter or I'll fuck you over, you do it.
yeah,
does your god threaten you regularly?
No. He didn't even really threaten me, but because of the implication.
Ah, because of the implication, of course.
It-
You were never in
yes.
any danger, but
Because of the implication.
I can understand, yes, when you're out there alone on a boat at sea, just you and your god.
Well, part of the problem was there wasn't a boat anymore.
Can cats breathe underwater now?
Yes,
Cats are
actually.
scared of water.
Well, we are a seafaring people. So while your house cat might be afraid of water, I am a perfectly capable swimmer and can in fact breathe underwater.
I'm going to nudge our last party member to introduce themselves.
Sorry, I am Gaius Sinclair, ex-Inquisitor. Just trying to do
what's best for everyone.
trying to serve in any way I can. However that
Are you an ex-inquisitor because you got your questions answered?
Well, I didn't exactly agree with everything the Inquisition was doing, and don't like disagreements, so I'm no longer welcome.
As am I anymore.
Well, it
Wait,
is an
you were an
honor to have
Inquisitor
you both
too?
here.
Scrabble, scrabble, scrabble. You hear clawing at the door.
Ah, yes, of
Uh,
course. I forgot to introduce our final comrade here. Uh, she'll pop open the door, and just the head pops out. The head of a giant lizard emerges from the room and looks at you all, kind of tilting its head back and forth, and then licks an eyeball, and then continues looking at you. This is
My-
Nigel.
My familiar crawls behind my back.
What's your familiar?
A spider.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
Luckily, you can
Filing
reach
that
over
away
it.
for later.
Yes.
Every now and then. Sorry, I owe you more summoning components.
I know. Owe you another 50 gold.
I've requisitioned a year's supply of charcoal. Hopefully, we can make it last at least 6 months.
Is that thing house trained?
It's not a thing. This is Nigel, one of my most steadfast companions. And yes,
Is I okay? So
he knows where the
no
shit
one's
goes.
no one's going to need to clean the room of shit. Got it.
Good.
No, as if I would allow any of you, strangers practically, to. Oh my. The thought.
I'm glad you weren't thinking about that.
Is
Personally.
everyone on the surface so presumptuous?
Unknown.
Lady, I have seen stables. Yes, the answer is yes. They will let any random stranger clean up their pet's poop.
Yes. Unfortunately, it is kind of how they. A lot of people approach things.
All right. So as you guys, you all get acquainted with one another over the next few days, you hear probably, whether you're going about the city or whatever, probably the fanfare of, "Hey, the Emperor is here with some soldiers and some advisors," and they're just kind of like there's like they have like a procession basically up to the Crystal Palace. And that was yesterday. So today is the day that crack of dawn you are requested to meet with the Dragon Priests to discuss your mission and debrief and all of that good stuff. So you were
Crack of
asked
dawn,
to-
Nyla's been awake for 2 hours already.
Yes.
She is a morning person. Horrifying to me personally, but you know, characters demand certain things of us.
Fascinating that a drow would be a morning person, but you know.
Well, the trick is to catch the sun before it rises.
Pretty
Yeah,
sure the
the-
trick is just that the sun doesn't rise down there.
Well, yes, mostly it's coincidence, but
Your sleep cycle just happens to be. At
I
that
think
point
that
in
like the
time.
first week maybe there was a little bit of an adjustment period of going like, okay, so I really can't be sleeping from 8 p.m. to midnight surface time. This isn't going to work.
Yes. Right. So
We should
yeah.
really sync our calendars and clocks. My goodness.
I wonder how clock would work. Because I mean, unless it was like a legitimately like mechanical clock, you wouldn't have like sundials, but you'd have to have some way of like telling time.
Yeah, I believe
It's
in
really
like
Yeah, it's
interesting.
just the atomic decomposition of a cesium atom. What's the problem?
Obvious.
yeah, I believe in like Forgotten Realms or whatever. It's like there's a light crystal thing. So
Ah,
they have a day-night cycle. Because of course it was in the ages of like everything has to be like we're familiar with.
yeah.
hmm
Hmm.
Yeah, they
Anyway.
figured out how to do the same thing with quartz crystals that we did. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
And it turned into the it's fine. It's normal.
Well,
Oh.
that was more about like having a day-night cycle in the Underdark for reasons,
I see.
so that there would be the opportunity for like nighttime ambushes and stuff,
hmm
which
Instead of
is
just letting nighttime ambushes be anytime.
yes, exactly. You get it.
It's time for a nighttime ambush. It's
You have to sleep
noon!
eventually, and ropers are patient.
hmm
Okay, so you guys get you guys get your uh gather, go to part of the Crystal Palace, and basically where you're taken, and there's like a big spiral staircase. Part of it goes down, and that goes down to reuse chambers, and part of it goes up, which you were taken up into kind of this like council room, where you can see that there are normally it's like a big round table, and normally there are 10 chairs. How many dragon priests did I have? 10. There's 10 chairs. 3 of them are filled. Well, actually, no. Let me see. I lost my notes.
One of them is
Um,
filled, but it's filled with 3 different dragon priests.
3.
We are
In a French
3 black dragon priests.
There are 5. No, 6. 6 of the seats are filled. 3 of them are dragon priests. You have all met these dragon priests. One is Grayscale, who is the Dragonborn. One is Gruz Blightbane, who is a goblin, and one is Wolfram Cragback, who is a dwarf. So they are there, and then the other 3 seats, you see that there is a high elf advisor, or presumably an advisor. They don't have like the dragon priest garb on, but they look very official and things. And then there are there is a really old looking human who actually standing behind him is a what appears to be a half orc bodyguard of some kind, which is really off-putting because like half breeds are a big no-no and like usually ostracized from like most societies. So it's just weird to like see one. Like there are a few there are some like half breeds here in the city that
What you're saying is that if they are good enough to end up as the bodyguard of someone this important, do not fuck with them because they absolutely know their shit.
pretty much basically yes. And then actually no, sorry, there is a fourth no, that's it. That's it. It's just those. So 5 chairs are filled, but there are 6 people in here. So as you come in, Grayscale will stand and kind of welcoming you in and say, "Oh, welcome. Please take a seat. Let me see. Wait, there's 10 chairs. There were
Bertolt has his
Either-
own seat. It's fine.
yeah. Bertolt has
There.
his own chair. Yeah. Fair. Okay, there you go. We're fine. Yeah. I was just making sure it worked. So he, motions to you. He says, please let me introduce you to This is the what? Dogs barking. Let's see. Let's see. Sorry, I gotta look up the name of the advisor guy. This is Yasushi. He is a head advisor to the emperor. And then he motions. He says, "This is Augustus Theron, and his bodyguard Garnak. And you know who we three are. Let me introduce for those of you, and for you two, you three, and then he introduces each of you by name, and he says, "Well, let's just get down to business. So, as you know, you have." Thank you, Gabe. As you know, you have been put on this task force as we have some special, I guess, missions that we need to get done. We have 4 things that need attending to. Now, as much as these two, and he like points at the advisor and Augustus, may protest. These are all of equal importance, and you can feel free to try to get these done in whichever order you think is most important, or whatever you think is the most dire. Now, I will present 2 of the missions, and then they will each present one of their own that we have. The first mission is we have one of our dragon priests, a wood elf by the name of Twig Elkhorn, has, as you know, several months ago, the Wood Elf Kingdom cut off all of their borders and has not let anyone pass in or out. Twig went to go talk with them to see, if he could figure out what was going on. Twig has not returned. We find this very concerning, as he was only supposed to be gone for a couple months to figure out the situation, do that, and this was about... It's been almost 4 months now. We're very concerned as to what is going on in the woods. So one of the things we would like you to do is investigate this and basically do a wellness check on Twig. Maybe negotiations have just gone much longer than expected. It is a hope for the best, prepare for the worst sort of situation. That is Objective 1. Objective 2, also involving one of our dragon priests. I believe Bertold, Enoch.
Yes.
He has gone to help with negotiations between Blackveil and Borealis. He also has taken a bit longer. I'm sure I don't fear for his safety in any regards, but it would be nice to support him and maybe help de-escalate the situation between, I don't know, not with Blackveil and Borealis, but also, if needed, the Orcish onslaught from the south is kind of pincered Blackveil, and it's just kind of a hotbed of all kinds of things. We think that we figured it would be helpful to send, have some boots on the ground, so to speak, to see what the actual goings on are there instead of just reports from the battlefield or whatever. The Hammer of Dawn has made much headway on the breach in the wall, so we are hoping, since that is nearly cleared out and fixed, that the orcs will recede back south. However, due to their he pauses a little bit and looks over at the bodyguard. To their nature, they may just continue their assault. And we are hoping that something could be done on that front. That is objective 2. Now, I will let the other 2 present their what tasks they have that we have vetted and think would be worth your time. The advisor stands up and he says, I'm not going to try to do a Japanese accent because I do not want to butcher it or sound horribly
That's
racist.
probably fine.
But just imagine he has a Japanese accent. That's the best. But he says, hello. Like he said, I am Yasushi. I am a head visor to the Emperor. Unfortunately, the Emperor could not make it to this meeting as he is deliberating with some of his with some of the other advisors on potential what he wants to do next. But we about a little over a year ago, the Emperor's daughter came to the mainland against his wishes. We sent someone to go retrieve her. He came back and reported that he had failed his mission. The Emperor took exception to that and tried to, in many ways, contact his daughter, and believes that she may be somehow related to Borealis's change of heart of accepting magic. So the Emperor, in an attempt to seek more experienced help, came to the city to seek the Dragon Priests, and he was a bit dismayed that, alas, only 3 of them were here in the city, and they are very busy and can't attend to this. But we would like you to search for his daughter, Yume. Now, this information that I'm about to share, I've already shared with these fellows, does not leave this room unless it is imperative for finding Yume. She has a knack for being able to enter people's dreams, and also has a close connection with the ethereal plane. Now, we believe, as it has happened before, that maybe she has gotten trapped within the ethereal plane, or maybe she's just hiding, but we need to find her, and ideally, we would like to bring her home safely. Also, in the High Elf Islands, we know that this may come as a shock, but we have a very close connection with the Feywilds. If you don't know what those are, that is basically another realm where innately magical beings exist. We believe that Yume could very well be being manipulated by one of these Fey creatures. And that is what concerns her father the most. That her will is not her own, and that he just wants to see his daughter safely returned. Yes.
Tim, I have a question.
Yes.
How, as someone who's traded with the Elven Empire or whatever they call themselves, how much rumors of Yume's level of capability would have gotten around?
That's a good question. It would have been kept like real hush hush, but let's see. I guess I don't know what a good like. I guess just roll me a d20,
All right.
the straight d20, because that'd be kind of more of like luck. So everyone always thought she was kind of an odd duck, and a lot of people associated that to some like weird magical thing that she had that the emperor and people just kept on the down low because they didn't want to get her shipped off.
Okay. Got it. I think I'm doing a little bit of a facepalm right now when they're talking about, oh yeah, there's maybe some crazy ass shit from the Feywild going on.
Surprisingly, like Berthold, he doesn't seem to direct any of this at you or question you specifically. So evidently, he is not aware of your past things, which is
Probably good.
yeah, probably good for you. Yeah, it just seems odd. So, however, you were like trying to compose yourself during this thing is, yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I'll roll insight just in case.
Goddamn.
Okay.
yeah. No, it seems like he is oblivious to the fact that you have even met her.
Okay.
Yet another father
Which-
not present in his child's life.
Uh-huh.
And then he'll sit down, and then Augustus stands to his feet with a cane. He says, "Hello, my name is Augustus Theron. You can call me Gus. I have a mission that I believe would be for the good of the realm. However, it is more of a pursuit of knowledge, because I don't have all of the pieces yet to prove. But through my studies and things of different sorts, I believe there is a way. At this point, it is hearsay, but I believe I have a way that can stop, or at least at least slow down the blight incursion. Now, this mission will be an arduous trek across the Free Nations. I have located or seen, not seen, but I was able to talk with Enoch briefly on this subject, but there are several ancient towers across the land, and I believe that there is a piece of something hidden within each tower. Now, as far as I know, there's only 4 of them, which have been, I believe, discovered by various people or seen and rumored to be in places. One of which is in the woods that border Storm Harbor and Blackvale. So that would be the easiest one to get to. There is one way up north past the mountains where there are rumored to be dragons. There is one way out on the Emerald Isles, and he like points at Gale. The elegant lighthouse that is out there. And there is one in the Underdark, and he nods at Nyla, out in the desert.
Hmm.
These are towers I believe could lead us to a great discovery on the origins of the Blight and how potentially a way we could stop it. But because they are on, 4 different corners, it will take quite a while. But I'm sure the results will be much worth it. Now, given, like I said, because it is quite the arduous task, I think it is important. But if that is, I will say that it's a long road. And then he just kind of cascade on the ground and then sits back down.
Is he right about
Grayscale-
there being 4 towers?
Well.
I mean, one of them's the one I was found in, so.
There is
You know
definitely
there-
a tower on the Emerald Isles. That tower also doesn't have an entrance.
Most perplexing. That is why there are things hidden within.
Bertold mutters something to himself about how entrances can be arranged.
I don't think you
Asphalt.
understand. It's a solid wall.
Passwall is a spell that exists, but he doesn't say that out loud.
We've had generations of spellcasters. I mean, no, they're not spellcasters in Busting Set.
So, Gabe, I'll just message you something so you can feel sure if you want with the group, because it's something you would only know.
I'm pretty sure the one in the Underdark is already looted.
Well, that is what. Well, I have read some findings and was able to talk with someone of the Drow people about that to see what was found there, and you must be interesting. I still believe there is something else there that could be found that was not found.
I suggest we have an opportunity to discuss amongst ourselves what we think would be the best use of our abilities before we decide.
Wasn't there 2 more missions?
Nope, that was 4.
There were 2 official missions and 2 from the outsiders for a total of 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. If you would like the room, we can. Give you a moment or whatnot. They'll
Maybe if
stand
there's
up and-
a side chamber for us to go discuss in.
Sure, yeah, you can. Yeah, there's probably like a little space either off of there or like back out and then down the hall or something. So there's a little private space you guys can have to discuss what you want to tackle first.
All right. I'm going to cast Detect Magic real quick, just to make sure we aren't being like actively, obviously spied on.
I am magic.
There is magic everywhere. This
Yeah.
is the palace of the magic people.
Yes.
You can sense there is magic around you a lot, but like if you're trying to like hone in on like you aren't being scryed or whatever, like I don't know if that's how tech magic can find that or not. Like
I don't think it would do that, but it would. I'm looking for magical bugs, basically.
you don't
And
need to
then
see
I
any.
will get into it of okay. The mission to find Yume could be interesting, but I'm not sure that she wants to be found. I've seen her more recently than any of those people, so...
Oh, so you know her.
Yes, she was also in the Underdark when I was there. I suppose they may not have mentioned that as much, but
Mhm.
maybe out of
So-
a sense of privacy for someone of foreign royalty.
I think you were a bigger piece of news on that time, yes.
Hmm.
At least the more public one.
Regardless, allow me to try something real quick. I will cast Sending and try and send a message to Yume asking it if she wants people to look for her. Sam, you are allowed to say that this fails if you really want.
Yeah. So this is it can go across. Sending does go across planes, correct?
Yes.
95% chance to go across planes.
Yeah.
Okay.
If
I'm
it
just
fails,
gonna
I
roll-
will know that it fails, but
I'm gonna roll a d100. Okay, it fails. It was 1 through 5. It failed.
Alright.
You try to
I'll
send
let
it, you just get static. Like you
I'll just-
send it, so you send the message,
Yeah.
and then just you get the ping back of, nope.
I'll be like, okay. I tried that. There could be something there. I couldn't contact her with a spell that should be able to contact her if she's on this plane.
So they were right,
I
and she's
mean-
wandered off to that ethereal whatever plane it was.
One she gets
That,
stuck in.
Yes, as happened before I even really met her. Yes.
And how did she
I
get out of
mean-
it then?
I believe she traded places with someone.
That's
So,
horrifying.
yeah.
Did they ever come back?
Yes, eventually. But that's not... It's not a type of magical experience that I'm experienced at other than knowing that it happened, unfortunately.
hmm.
Well, if she doesn't want to be found, then the most time sensitive one is Twig Elkhorn, right? Like, diplomacy
the
takes
sense that-
forever. Buildings are buildings.
Twig might just be dead, but we should probably figure that out if that's the case.
I
Yeah.
feel like Twig is going to definitely be dead if we do his mission second.
I do agree that does probably take priority.
Yeah.
We should go there with utmost haste. Is there a tower between us and Twig?
No. I mean, you
Darn.
could go the long way. You could go down through Blackvale across to the forest, and then go up through Storm Harbor to the Elwood Elf Forest.
We can just go through the Underdark. It's easy.
Yeah. Clearly.
You could also
That's one
go.
way to describe it.
You could also go through the Underdark, and then I think
Travel the
Is
wrong way
pro-
for a week,
there-
hit up the tower.
there might be. I think you might have to ask if there's a passage that goes into the Wood Elf Forest from the Underdark. The prop could be.
Not
that
anymore. We
actually-
kept sending monstrosities up it, so they sealed it.
Wait a minute. That might actually, like, legitimately be because the Wood Elves have sealed their borders. So sneaking in through the Underdark would legitimately be a good way of getting in.
Hmm.
So you know that sealing the borders doesn't mean that there's like it just means there's guard checkpoints.
Well, yes.
And
It's probably, well, I guess we could check, but I presume they don't mean like a magical barrier around the whole country. That sounds rather difficult for people who don't
Mhm.
like magic.
That's fair.
actually, do the wood elves not like magic, or
There not that many people who talk to them. They're pretty reclusive.
yeah?
It's if so from give me history. Anybody who wants to give me a history check.
Oh boy,
Would
can I
love
do
to give you a
history?
history. I'm casting guidance on myself as the +3
Okay, nice.
because
Wow,
we beat
those are
D3 in
such-
this.
Okay, because it's funny.
We're so smart.
Bertold and Nyla just like
Uh,
immediately come up with it
oh.
together.
Like heads down
Bellerophon?
together, murmuring.
Bellerophon, your knowledge of the Wood Elves is that they're just all a bunch of hippies.
Yeah.
No,
Um,
Valerathon's remembers that 5,000 years ago, when he was last awake, they loved magic. They were all about that magic.
They were
I
just
think
a bunch
they
of
had
hippie.
mushrooms
They're
that
just,
they.
they're just a
grow.
bunch of hippie druids that just hung out in the woods. um. So let's see. So there's different levels here. So we'll say Gail and Tommy. You know that the from what it seems like is they are very like it seems like they're not like intolerant like among their own people. They don't like people coming in, and it seems like whatever they do is very like it might be like what the equivalent of like nature magic or like herbal stuff that's like, you know, shamanic type things that some people don't really classify as magic. It's just they're a little kooky. Bertold and Nyla, you know, yeah, they basically use druid magic. It's
Yeah,
it's
cool.
like that's like basically what they kind of limit themselves to, and they only use it to like, you know, either protect their things or like hide or well, Bertold, you had firsthand experience of
yes, I
weird
did.
weird stuff that shifts the forest around.
Yes, Bertold has first-hand experience with that multiple times. In fact,
So yeah, that's what you know. So that is for what their stance on magic is. But they also just people the only like people they really talk to are like Storm Harbor because they're kind of like in that area, and like some of the dwarves like up by Cliffport and other northern like things because they basically just trade lumber for whatever other goods, and that's about it. But
or at
other
least
than that,
they
they
used
just-
to.
Yeah, they used to.
Yeah, I assume that has stopped, so Bertold will not bother trying to use sending to get in touch with half of the previous half's party in Cliffport.
What? Yes. Well, yeah. I mean, as far as you know, I think the only person in Cliffport is Torrid. If
Right.
you've been keeping up
I-
with the folk, but
A
I
really
don't-
empty city.
Yeah, I don't know where Ramvik and Samus ended up.
Raptor,
And that's
Rampik,
fine for now.
Raptor, Rampik. No, sorry. Right behind you. Right.
He just appears. Batman's just in the corner.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, so continue. If that's the one you guys are most like, we want to do this first, great. You can go back to the room if you want to do more discussion. Feel free.
First, if I can, I think that might be important, but with the war with Borealis and Black Veil, I feel like that might helping solve that situation might be better for the realm overall.
Yeah.
Especially with Black Veil be getting attacked from the south. They're splitting their forces up. There's
I can. That's another option.
So one thing
Bertold at
to
this
add-
point is incredibly glad he has Sending. Bertold will cast Sending to Enoch, saying, "We are being offered a mission to try and come help you. Do you want us to come help?"
Okay, how many words does he get?
He gets 25 words, and Enoch would at least be like aware of that limitation.
Yeah.
I would assume.
Right, so you get back. Enoch, why do I hear a voice in my head? What do you mean by sending spell? Okay, can I reply? How many words do I?
Does LOL count as one word or three?
I would count
What
it
about-
as one. If
LOL.
lol. Yeah.
Lol.
That's one word.
LOL
I'm just
is
gonna-
3, but LOL is 1.
Yeah.
I'm gonna type this out so I can see if it's the correct number of words.
Ah, you're actually trying to be effective.
Mm-hmm.
The way to play it straight is to get up a
'Cause he
calculator and
'cause-
put in.
It makes sense for Enoch, of anyone.
Enoch
Ah.
would think about it and be like, okay, how can I say this concisely in 25
Yeah, he might
words?
just stop talking, hard stop in the middle of conversation, pull out paper, and start writing out drafts.
Yeah, so it might be well, he has to say it, write it back immediately, right? Otherwise the spell just kind of
Fairly
Fizzles.
immediately, yeah. Like,
okay.
It does say immediately, but like, surely it doesn't mean instantaneously.
You
Yeah.
have 1 second to respond to 25 words. Good luck.
I'm going to
I-
just treat it as like you have like a minute or two.
I would assume the next 25 words you say are replied unless you use your intent to send nothing or end early.
20.
Hit the block button.
Mhm.
I specifically asked Sam to use the 2024 version so that we had a block button.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that version of the spell is better.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So I'm at 27. Okay. Okay. I think this is exactly 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. It's enough. It's yeah. He says so you hear back in his voice. These fanatical bastards won't budge. I'm trying to negotiate a ceasefire and ask them to focus on the orcs. I am fine for now.
Okay, I will relay that to the rest of the group of, okay, I just asked Enoch, he's fine for now.
It sounds to me like if we helped deal with the orcs, they would just double up on trying to fight Borealis. That would just make things worse.
Frankly, yes, I would agree.
Alright, I'm down to help or track down the wood elf. With a
Yeah,
big old meanie face who isn't talking to us anymore.
Yeah, it's probably the best.
After going home to the nation of not talking to us, yes.
yeah. I think it's basically we try and focus on that, and then if we get the opportunity, we will go for the towers. But that
Okay.
Makes sense to me.
That's fine with me.
so everyone agreed on that.
Agreed.
All right.
Agreed.
Let's go back and let the council know our thoughts.
Okay. So, how would you like to present? Who would like to present the decision?
I will suggest that someone with
Berthold
higher
our
charisma.
leader, or I'm the charisma person in this party.
Hey,
I
I'm
am-
very much
Hey!
the brain trust, however.
I also
I-
have a positive charisma modifier. Thank you.
I have
Plus
20
4.
charisma. I'm a warlock.
I know.
I know.
I have a 0 charisma modifier.
I at least don't have negative intelligence and wisdom modifiers. I mean, what?
What's the point of
Yeah,
playing a warlock, man? I don't understand. I miss
I don't know.
Thomas every day.
Tommy, I was looking at your character sheet. I think it's hilarious that your sub race is white? Question mark? Question mark? That's
I
so
don't know
White-
what-
White boy.
it's so funny.
You're a human, right?
Yeah.
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 I mean, you could be
What?
whatever race you want, I guess, but like, I thought that was so funny. Just looking at it,
Yeah.
it's funny. Anyway,
I just have it as standard human.
okay. So, Gail, present your decision to the council.
All right.
And we're
I'll-
trying to not, like, let on as much that, like,
I have
some of our
average
reasons for
intelligence.
You can read
I'll-
a room.
I'll step forward to the table and say, "All right. For now, we've come to an agreement that the priority in our eyes is try and investigate the wood elves and regain contact with Twig Elkhorn. We will try and handle the other objective, what we can of the other objectives, you know, on the way back, perhaps. But losing contact seems like a big issue.
Yes. Gus will speak up. He says, This is fine. I agree that safety of Dragon Priest is higher than my concerns. I do want to ask that if you do seek out the towers, that if I would be so if you'd be so inclined, when you get around to that, I would like to accompany you to these towers. I believe that my insights and that I think it would be beneficial for you, for my assistance, and also I would love to see these discoveries with my own eyes.
Can I make an insight check?
Sure.
hella insight check time.
19.
He
25.
God damn.
okay.
We're on it.
Yeah. There's like he seems genuinely like really curious and excited about the prospect of this, like gaining the knowledge and insight things. There's probably something that he is not like fully like divulging though.
Yeah.
Like you pick up,
Sure.
there's something there that's like just like,
Yeah, I think
but
the
he might
biggest
also just
question on Nyla's mind is like, do his motivations seem
Yeah.
genuine at the very least?
he seems genuinely like a lover of knowledge, and that seems to be his primary motivation is knowledge. Yeah, is knowledge.
Okay.
Hmm.
He does not seem nefarious. He just there's something there that he's not like just laying out here in the room to everybody.
Well,
It's not a this guy is sus vibe. It's a there's a part to this that he's not saying, but I don't want to stab him over that.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's
All right,
fine that we're just getting the brief synopsis right now as opposed to every detail.
Yeah,
I'm
Probably.
sure
Probably.
we can at least arrange to contact you. We have someone capable of the sending spell, so
Oh, excellent.
if
yes,
we're headed in that direction, we can let you know.
yes, we will
Wonderful.
certainly be
Wonderful.
able to.
Wonderful. Pork. All right. Well, great. Thank you so much for your time. The elf advisor just kind of nods and looks a little disappointed, but doesn't say anything. Grayscale will stand back up and say, "Well, thank you for making a decision. If you need anything to gear up or whatever, I did want to preface that getting into the borders from, well, the borders might be difficult. I was going to propose there is, um, from what we hear, there is an entrance via the Underdark that you could take. It goes through, it actually goes up through, there are a lot of underground currents, a lot of which connect to the rivers and whatnot here on the surface. We believe there is one that is not completely filled, that you could travel through that could go up to that surface. Or perhaps like a yes. So that is an option. If we can make whatever arrangements we need to do that. However you wish to travel, I just wanted to offer it as a suggestion. You feel free to just walk up to the woods if you wish. But from what we could tell, they're trying to turn people away, so it'll either be quite a negotiation, or you will have to try to sneak past, or meet some sort of resistance. And I just wanted, ideally, I would choose whatever. Well, I guess sneaking into their territory isn't really diplomatic, but it is maybe asking forgiveness over permission, sort of a situation.
Now, do we have any sort of formal diplomatic status as members of this task force?
Ah, yes. He so he actually there's like a he like reaches down. There's like a box thing that he pulls up and sets it on the table. He says, "Yes, I actually have some formal things to give you all, so that you're all honorary members of the Hammer of Dawn. Doesn't give you as much pull as a Dragon Priest rank would, but many people respect the Hammer. And he basically, they're like, essentially like you have little like badges or whatever that you can flash to people or things like that. Some sort of like sigil or signet ring or something like that. Probably something that's easy to carry around. That can be something that could be worn on the outside of your garb or stuck in a pocket, so that way you can choose to show it or not.
Hmm. Do the Wood Elves and the Drow have any sort of diplomatic relationship with one another? Or do they not really interact?
Not really. The Wood Elves don't really talk to anyone, so
Sure.
there's not like there's like a little bit of like, hey, we're like both elves, but like that's they've been separated for so long that there's not
It's like when
really
you
a
see
relationship there.
your fourth cousin at the family reunion. You're like, yeah,
Yeah.
you sure are family.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Right. Yep.
Yep,
Oh.
we're related.
Yes. So, yes, and they say, I don't want to, here's these. I don't want to rush you if you're not ready, but I was hoping you could leave to go on this as soon as possible. Whatever preparations you need to make for a long trek through the Underdark, I'm sure, Nyla can give you some tips.
Quite the twist of fate. But yes, I'll be happy to take point on making sure that this is a safe journey for everyone.
Yes, it has also been a while since I've been back down.
Respectfully, don't know that your trips down quite constitute the same level of experience that I have with the Underdark.
Absolutely not. And I am very appreciative of your expertise in this matter.
You get a polite nod back.
I was there for a bit, so I have more than most of the rest of them, but nothing that compares with your experience.
Gabe's character was there for a bit.
Perfect.
Nyla's thinking whatever the equivalent of yeah, bro, you visited New York once and you rode the subway. Very
Yeah.
proud of you.
Bertold is very much like, yeah, I know I ain't got shit, but like, I mean,
hey,
I
every
did-
bit counts.
I did walk through it without any help for a bit, or with Yume for a bit, I should say.
Bertold's gonna show up with "I went to New York City and didn't get mugged" T-shirt.
Okay, first question: how many of you can see in the dark?
Bertold raises his hand, waits for other
Ron.
people to raise their hands.
Do Tabaxi not have night vision? I thought they had something.
Yeah, we have 60 feet of night vision.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you two.
You're just ignoring it.
But sorry, I was zoning out.
How many people can see in the dark is the question.
Yes, I can.
Okay. Well, so that leaves two of you. I can solve that problem for one person temporarily, but we're going to need to make sure that we're equipped to travel in the dark for the most part. So you'll need some good
Bellerophon
sustainable
could
light
al-
sources.
Bellerophon could always go get a headlamp installed from Varric.
That
I mean,
You,
I do also
please.
have the dancing light spell, so we'll have some
Yes.
magical sources, but it's
The-
it's practical to have some non-magical sources of light as well if you can't see down there.
Please
yes.
explain to me how you think that we could convince Bellerophon to let Varric open up his head.
I'll just rivet it on the outside.
Mhm. No, the important part there is that light will make you more visible,
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
and
The ability to see means you can be seen.
well, with dark vision, that's not
You
the
think there's
case.
shit in the Underdark that doesn't have dark vision?
There's a difference between being able to make out nearby things and being able to see the sole pinprick of light half a mile away.
Damn, it's
Mhm.
shining over there.
Yeah. Somebody set a fire in the Underdark?
Yeah.
What's that light over there?
Listen, anyone who
That
wants
light
to
over
walk
there
through...
is the last 9 people to ask that question.
What could possibly hunt me in the Underdark?
Yes.
Bertold
Alright.
gets out the list of things he had to deal with.
Nyla starts
Well-
pointing to different scratches in her armor.
Yeah, it's like, so here's what I had to deal with, and I was only there for like a couple weeks at most.
Yeah.
So
I've been running dangerous missions in the Underdark for 50 years.
yeah.
One of which was the armor you're wearing.
Oh, this is ancestral.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, great grandma murdered that scorpion first,
Yes.
and intentionally made it so that it almost kills you to put it on because she didn't want weak children inheriting it.
Yeah. It's like that's armor in the Star Wars lore that's like alive and like slowly crushes you to death or something because it just grows
Yeah,
as time goes on or something. Anyways, yeah. So I'll say you all get whatever supplies and stuff you need. Basic equipment, all of that stuff's up for grabs. Whatever you guys need.
Lamp oil. Rope.
Yes. If I was gonna say if you you are all also as like a good like a send off thing. You are gifted. You are each gifted. Let me look at what are the different healing potion sizes. Also, what's everyone's max HP? Just so I have a general idea of like if
I have
you know.
83.
98.
63.
67.
81.
Okay, so 63 is the bottom. Okay.
Brian, why do you
So-
have more HP than me? Hold on. What's your con mod?
+3?
Okay, I mean that's 10 more than me. Maybe I just rolled bad. I don't know.
I didn't roll. So yeah,
Yeah.
you probably rolled bad.
I swear I didn't roll bad though. Whatever. It's fine. I'm
You are-
trusting this 81 that I'm looking at. I did it a long time ago.
You were
I
all-
just adjust mine based on what Bertold would have, like reducing by 1 because now wizard or per level, and then taking flat from there. So
So you were each gifted.
Okay, 81 is my non-roll total, so that's
Wait.
what it is.
I need to check 2014 healing potion. Those are different numbers.
yes,
they're
they
worse.
are.
Let's see. That's still this. Let's see. 2014 is a superior 2014 8d4 plus 8, or is that 2024? My initial Google search did not really help. I guess I can check this to see if it's a different number. Let's see, D&D Beyond would have 2024, right? Guess I don't know for
Probably,
sure.
yes.
I think so.
I'm just gonna look up.
Potions of healing.
I have a physical book somewhere. I could grab it, but
Uh,
I'm also looking in the book right now, which I mentioned what Gabe's doing.
superior is 4d8 plus 8.
okay.
You mean
It
8d4 plus
looks-
8?
Yes, those words.
Yeah, you flipped
Okay.
the dice.
Okay. So, everyone's gonna get a potion of supreme healing, or superior potion of healing. Superior, yeah.
8d4 plus 8.
And let's see. Let's see. For spell scrolls, can you only use them if they're of your class, and or like
Legally,
level?
they have to be on your class's spell list.
Okay.
Legally.
Legally. That is one of the most home rule changed things, but if it's on your spell list, you can use it. If it's of a level higher than you could cast without, like, normally, then you have to roll a check to try to use it. And if you fail that check, you still lose the scroll.
Okay. Gotcha.
Now
That's
BG3 gally.
um. Ooh. Um.
And do keep in mind that any spell you put on a scroll, I can just learn. Well, I
Oh,
can't
for
just
your-
learn,
yeah.
but
If
But
it's
wizards-
on the lizard spell class list of a level he can cast, then he can throw money at it to permanently learn it.
yeah.
That does not affect how many he can prepare a day, but it is still quite good.
Yes. I will not complain, however. You shouldn't just...
Don't give us some busted like homebrew spell with the intent of it being cast once ever.
Yeah.
Right. I'm just trying to think
There
of
is
things that are,
also
like,
technically a roll involved, but, you know.
trying to think of things that are like generally, like, other than healing potions, things that are just like generally useful. You know?
I would not mind the opportunity to learn Tiny Hut.
Tiny
Everyone loves a cloak of protection.
I do love Cloak of Protection.
Literally every D&D character would accept a cloak of protection.
Yeah.
That's not true. Some of them are out of attunement slots.
Or already wearing a robe of the Magi.
Yeah. Or something. But yeah, Bertold would accept being taught Tiny Hut instead of a spell scroll.
Or a spell scroll of Tiny Hut.
Yeah. Although
Um,
that involves a bit of RNG, and he would rather just, like, directly copy it.
Fair.
Sure. How long does that take you?
So it's, what is it, 2 hours per spell level? So 6 hours to turn to, like, copy, and then, like, what is it, 50 gold per level.
I guess that's something, if you guys wanted to leave sooner than 6 hours from now, you could do that while you're traveling. Guess. Oh! Because it's fun, and I don't think anybody took one, they will give you a bag of holding.
We.
Great.
Yeah.
And an immovable rod. Because those
Oh.
are also fun.
Boy.
Banger.
Yep. You have those 2 items. I can't wait to see what shenanigans you people use them for.
Well, okay. So bag of holding. I think immediately Nyla's head goes like, "Oh my god! Wait, I can be on a mission in the Underdark and like still eat normal, decent food." And
Yeah,
so first
yeah.
thought's gonna be like, get a cauldron in there, get a bunch of spices, get a bunch of preserved meats. Like
Sure.
this is now the chef
Fill-
bag of holding.
You just fill it up with food. That's amazing. That's great. Yeah, you know, it's just things that they're like, these are generally solid items that can be really helpful in different situations. But, yeah. So, I will say, as you guys are doing this and you're getting ready, I will say we will, pick up next time on your guys' descent and trek through the Underdark. So you guys will probably be coming down. I say it probably just makes the most sense for you to take the elevator in the church down that Val took to get up here. So you guys are basically gonna get dumped into like the Drow capital, and that's where we will pick up next time on D&D.
And Bertold is just like, wait, why the hell didn't I get this route? When I came up.
Correct.
They didn't like you enough yet.
Yeah.